Hey, coaches. This one's all about connection before correction. So, members don't leave because of programming, unless it's something they don't really understand, or it's not being communicated properly to them. But they don't really leave because of price. It might be an excuse, but they don't leave because of price. So, 9 times out of 10, they leave because they stop feeling seen. Retention isn't, well, it's not a spreadsheet number. It's a relationship score. All right. That's in my time in the industry since 2004 is that's the relation. At my bootcamp, we don't run a sessions business. We run a people's business and people stay where they feel known, challenged and celebrated and seen a part of a tribe, a cult. Okay. So here's the truth. You can be the greatest coach in the world and still lose people if you forget to connect. Again, when I went from just 12 members, 25 members to even up to 50 members, you psychology is actually proven is you cannot give over 50 people all your energy. And that's including everyone you bump into from when you get up in the morning to when you go to sleep. And with that, there's your loved ones, perhaps there's children, there's uh, anyone you bump into during the daytime. You can only, I believe it's scientifically proven, you can only give your energy to 50 people at a time. Yet that's where we put systems in play. That's where I want to build a team and a great team of leaders because no one can do over 50 people on their own. And I learned the hard way. And again, when things get broken, we come back, we put things in play to help that. So you're only as good as your team. That's one thing I've learned. But it all comes down to relationship scoreboard. So at boot camp, we don't run sessions as a people business. So the the reason why is again, this week is going to be quite simple, guys. Connection before correction. Before you fix technique, build a relationship. Before you chase a PB, build trust. Because when people feel bonded to the coach and the culture, they don't shop round. No, there's a little bit of a trick I learned many years ago working the gym and actually gym floor. I think most people always thought I was uh, the trainer on coke because I'm more literally I shouldn't really say on lie, but more or less is I was off my rocker. I was going around. You could say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Over a couple of times, ask their name, remember their name. There's all a little trick. Get to know something a little bit about them. Build that trust, build that rapport. Generally be interested in that person and mean it. Okay. Don't be fake. Uh, and when you know they're doing something wrong, if human nature is if we got told we're doing something wrong, we put our defenses up, we get all we put our arms across. But actually build trust with that person, make them feel comfortable. Be they want to trust you. Then I what I used to do around the gym is after I get to know their name, I had to know so I got to just about two or three things about them. And then I'll ask them something about um, what they do, uh, what time of day do they normally go to the gym and the reasons why they're training. Then what I used to do, even if they're say on the lat pull down, you say always kind of collar people because lat pull down is so close to where the gym entrance was in one gym. And used to sort of go, say, look, may I sort of show you a bit of a technique and you sort of use and get the best out of that thing and not say doing it wrong, just guide them a direction. So build connect, more or less it's going back to build the connection before correction. And rather than going to someone when you don't really know them and say you're doing it all wrong, build that trust because in the long term is that will be a better result. Okay, so before you fix technique, build that relationship. Before you chase a PB, making sure you've got that trust, building a relationship, they trust you. Because when people feel bonded to the coach and the culture, they don't shop around. Simple as, guys. Okay, it's where most coaches slip up. So hopefully I can kind of give you a bit of a tip there as well. So 3 things I want from my team, guys, when I'm mentoring you is daily touch points. So every member of yours gets some kind of contact each week, a name, a high five, a message, a how's work been? How's your day been? Don't ever ask them, how are you doing? Always ask, because that opens a whole can of worms and Pandora's box for other things going on. Okay, let's build, keep things simple. Ask how their day is. All right, build that trust. All right. Not just in the app either, guys. Okay, the My Bootcamps, the app is a pretty cool device, but don't rely on it. Okay, this My Bootcamp is real life. We don't hide behind a screen. All right, track it. If we don't track connection, we can't protect retention. All right, so know their story. Like I said, going back to before, get to know them. Ask me. I actually bump into a few people if I'm in the supermarket. People I inducted 24 years ago. I still know their name. I still know something about them, and they're still amazed. I remember. They're like, my word, it's that connection. It makes you feel good. As wow, I actually built that connection with these people. It's phenomenal. I picked some shoes up the other week, and I remember induction. I couldn't remember what gym it was, but I was like, "Where do you live, Chelmsford?" Oh, it must have been here. It was brilliant, and she was telling me about the boys she used to go to the gym with, and now they're 24, 25, which I think, blimey. So I was only about 24 back then. This is back in 2008, 2007. So that's going back some. So know their story, guys. Do you know who's stressed? Who's injured? Who's celebrating? Who's just had a baby? Who's in a launch at work? When you know their world, you can lead them better. Generic coaches create, more or less, is creating loyalty. All right. Be the go-to person. Personal coaching creates staying power. Okay. Actually, Joe on our client support at the moment, she's like the CIA. She seems to know everything about everything. She knows so much. And I'm like, how do you know so much? You've only known them from 3 sessions. So yeah, it's those connections that build long-term loyalty. And this is what I want from our team. Okay. But again, guys, I go through this whole thing and build little tips I've given you today. This is just a tip of the iceberg as well. So coach the 12-week journey, guys. All right. So don't just coach today's session, coach where they're going to be in the first 12 weeks. So we always like a goal to work towards and see the end goal, but how do we get this? Keep them in check of why they're doing it, why, what, and how. Okay, so in those first 12 weeks, I always have had this thing in my mind, and actually I'll share with you. Again, week 1 and 2, welcome and safety. Okay, week 3 and 4, sense of belonging, part of the tribe. Weeks 5 to 8, the adaptional change. Okay, and this is where the results really happen. Okay, and then week 9 to 12, future pacing. Okay, so if you coach like that, people never hit, oh, should I quit? You're giving them, or even have a little wobble. You're not giving them reason. They've bought into you. They trust you because you've given them so much more than most people in this industry can give. All right, that's the truth. So guys, here's the standard: no silent members. If someone goes quiet, we go after them. Okay, we literally hunt them as humans. All right, hunt and gather, because retention is love plus leadership. All right, so, and also love plus leadership is what keeps the doors full here. This is why we're busy. We don't lose people from prices or programs. We will lose people when that communication stops. So we keep people through the connections, their journey. Okay, guys, catch you on the next episode.